All right, so this lady here, I call her landlady because she's the one I started this farm with. And she has always been a good mother, as I've always been telling you in my videos here. Today comes another time to share some interesting facts about this lady here, which I wish every farmer will have something on this on their farm. Will have something on this on their farm. So as you can see, these are her piglets, the litter. They were 9 in all she farrowed, which was on the 28th of November this year, 2023. As at the time of filming this video, it's 2:52. Okay, so let me tell you about some interesting facts. If you have seen this farm here, or you have ever watched any of my videos, you could see that where I'm located is a remote area. And with the remote, I mean there's no electricity connection, and there's no way I'll get the light to connect except maybe to have the farm powered by solar, which I haven't done yet. But I want to tell you something about this lady. We have been talking about piglet crashing, which is a situation where the sow accidentally steps on her own piglet and then crashes them either to death or gives them injury. But this sow, as I'm talking to you, has never crashed any of her piglets before. It's either they are born weak and then they pass on by themselves or they die, that's all. But she never crashes any of her piglets. And one thing I've also come to observe is on the 28th of this month, November 2023, as I told you, I was very fortunate and like I timed this pig very, very well that I knew that she was going to follow on that on the 27th, but she was able to carry this pregnancy through to 28th of the same month. So around 3:30 a.m., that was where I decided to come and check on her. So just as I entered, first piglet was already out. Okay, yes, the first piglet has already dropped. And one thing I also observed during that time is after she has followed all the piglets, the 9, I mean the 9 in all, the first time mothers they used to struggle, and in an attempt to protect the piglets, they end up stepping on them, and that's where the crashing occurs. But this mother here, this is why I want to tell you the interesting fact. She doesn't step on her piglet, and she doesn't also rush when she's following. After the following, what she did was, I observed her critically. What she did was, she leaned against the wall and ensured that all her piglets are off from her side. And then she gradually dragged herself down, gradually coming down, ensuring that there's no piglet close to her. And that was where she laid and then exposed her udder where the nipples came up. And then she started with this sound to call her piglet to come around and then circle. So I observed her behavior. And after the circling also, when she wanted to get up and then maybe roam around and then smell her own litter to see whether they are all hers, what she did was she didn't pick her leg or her hind legs, her hind leg, her hind leg, that is the back leg or the front leg, which is also the front leg. She doesn't just raise her leg anyhow, but what she would do is she would raise it and then use it like once the limb is still hanging in the air, she use it to pass over the place about some distance around the area where she wants to step to ensure that her limb doesn't touch any of her piglets before she will put that limb on the ground. So she will do that gradually, and ensure that and that is how she will do it to ensure that she gets to where she wants to go safely without crashing any of her piglets. Okay, so anytime to she followed, for me, what I've observed is if piglets will survive from her litter, I always see it on the day one after following. After the piglets are 1 day old, that is why I used to get to know that this ones will survive, this ones will not survive. Those that will survive, you will see them eagerly circling from her and rushing each other around the nipples. That is why I get to know that these ones are going to survive. But the weaker ones is either they are lying there just making unnecessary noise and crying all over the place. Some cannot even get up. There was after the firing, we had one casualty, which was I don't really know the cause of her problem. She couldn't just stand on her feet or her limb. She couldn't just stand on her limb. What she would do is you will see her lie on one side. She will lie there for a long time. If you try to raise it and then help her stand, she will stand for some few seconds and go back to lie on the other side again. And she has been doing this. I've also recorded an incident where similar things also happened, but that one after giving the iron injection that very day, she was able to get up on her feet and then walk around and join the other healthy ones. But this time around, I did that and it didn't work. So I think that one has been lost like that. Basically, that's what I wanted to tell you. And another also thing about this mother is also that she's very calm, like you're seeing it. She's never aggressive. If I should enter here to touch any of her piglets, the only thing is she will make noise, as usual. The piglets will be making noise every place, and she wants to, as a mother, she wants to also try to protect them. That's why she makes that kind of a scary noise, which if you are somehow somebody who is very frightened, you easily run away and leave the pig. But if you are there, she will not do anything. She only lies there like this without getting up, and then be making that unnecessary noise as well, just to warn you about what you're doing. Okay, that she's paying close attention to you as a farm attendant or as a mother. She's also paying close attention to what you're doing to her children. I mean, and this pig too. What I like about her is that if one of her piglets is not able to get up and then join the other ones at the room, if she is about to breastfeed them, she goes close to where the weaker one is lying, and then she will make sure that she exposes her udder, and then the weaker one will be able to grab it before even the healthy ones get close to her. But this time around, like you can see, they are all piglets and they are animals as well. Whenever the weaker one try to get the nipple, the stronger ones come there to drag and to chase the weaker one and then get it off the nipple, and then they take over the nipple. But if you are there as a farmer, like I see, I stand there and I make sure that I take the stronger ones, I separate them and then allow the weaker ones to also enjoy from the breast milk before the stronger ones can also come and have access to it. So basically, that's what I've been doing to save her. I also observed that this thing is not just in humans. After following or after delivery, women pass through a lot and they start to think about a lot of things. Emotions arise. So this one, what I observed is the weaker piglet just lying on one side made a lot of noise that she couldn't just allow her, or she couldn't just abandon her. What she did was she stood up and then she was just close by her, smelling just smelling all over the weaker piglets. Okay, and I also observed that after following two, she was very weak and she's supposed to take some rest. Here's the case: the weaker one is also not allowing her to take her rest, and thereby making her stand tall like that. Just observe to ensure that the weaker one is also fine, which the weaker one is still not getting better. So what I did was just to separate the weaker one. After they have suckled the breast milk, I separated them and then took them to a particular place where the noise, even if they're making the noise, the sow will not be able to hear the noise that much, and then her mind will calm down so that she will pay close attention and be able to take care of the healthy ones as they have here. Okay, so basically this is what you're supposed to do. And like I said, after following that very day, 3 of them were very weak, and I saw what happened. Okay, so on the 29th, which is Tuesday, 29th of November, which is Tuesday, the 3 of them passed on, and I didn't just bury them like that. So I just kept them here just to let you also know that I lost piglets. Okay, so I lost piglets. I didn't take them off the farm. Just wanted to make this video so that you also see that mortality does occur on the farms. And if you are having one, you don't have to worry too much about it. It's normal and it's natural on the part of pig farming. Okay, so just ensure that you're also doing the best thing you can. So I'll be discarding them very soon from here. And as I said, this woman has been a good woman for me here. Within 4 weeks, if you have to show the piglets from this later, you'll be amazed how big they look. Okay, so she's actually a good mother and she's done well. At least she's done well. She's giving me a lot of profit and benefits on this farm. So this mom has done well, and I must appreciate her. And again, after following the food she used to eat while she was pregnant, that is the gestation feed, she refused to eat it. And after following to the lactation one too, she was not taking it. But there was this grass that saved me a lot. So that was the grass. If you can look, or if you can see from here, you can see the grass all over. That is the grass that saved me on the very first day. Because on the first day, she refused to eat anything. And it was only this grass that I fed it with. And she ate a lot of the grass, which I'm sure she's now okay. Okay, so today After I went back to bring her usual feed she used to feed. From there, she started consuming it fine, and everything is also on point. If your sow doesn't eat on the after farrowing, you can't also force it. Mind you, once they farrow, even if they don't eat, they drink a lot of water. This, as I'm talking to you, the very first day or after she farrowed, I also took care of the piglet and ensured that the room was dried. I gave it 2 liters of water, which she finished everything. After about 4 hours, I came back to give another 2. She finished everything. So that very day, she was just drinking water and not feed. And then I later brought in the grass to feed her with, which everything is also going on fine for me. So we used to say that if a pig is about to farrow, she doesn't eat much, or she doesn't even eat. She loses appetite on the day of farrowing. But this one surprised me this time around. I fed her 1.5 kg of feed the evening before her farrowing, which she ate everything. So I was even surprised when I came to find her farrowing. So it's not always that if pig wants to farrow, she doesn't eat, and you don't have to feed her. You have to reduce it. No, you have to give the usual feed. If after farrowing she comes back to eat, it's fine. Or if she consumes everything and is still able to farrow, that's okay. But with the overfeeding, we talk about overfeeding, that is not good, because if the sow is already fat or big that she cannot even control herself without even following. With that, if you overfeed that particular sow, it means she's not going to be able to get the energy to exert the pressure that is needed to bring out the piglet. And that is where you find complications, and you need to call in your veterinary to come and assist you. Or you need to also inject some kind of medications to ensure that the mothers are relaxed and the piglets come out by themselves. But if the piglet if the sow is in good shape and everything's okay with her, you don't need to worry, and you don't have to force anything on her part. Like I said, this one, I fed her the evening before her following 1.5 kg of feed, so she finished everything. Nothing was left, and let the ground as well. So it is unusual, but it does happen at times on the farm also. So take note of it. Here's 2 for me, and another 4 here, making 6. 3 here, already gone.